Hey guys, Fun and Neutral. Just wanted to say happy 2022, and I celebrated 2022 with my 2022 Yamaha XT250. I'm sure you saw previous videos of mine with the 2020 Yamaha XT250. I stupidly sacrificed that as a trade-in order to get my CB500X. I really like my CB500X, but I wish I would have kept that bike. I've missed the XT250 since, and I've made it a point to keep following other riders that have it, and I also do more research on it, and the design behind it and the effort that Yamaha put into it just made me want it back in my garage all the more. So I went ahead and did it. This is the gray ghost version, I'll call it. And I do like the tan color a little bit more, I'm going to be honest. It's just, I think it looks apocalyptic more. But the gray version is growing on me, and if it really bothers me a lot, I can always switch out the plastics. I think it's pretty simple. It's just this panel, that panel, and your front fender, if I decide to do that. I will re-equip this bike with the accessories I had on my 2020. Note to self, don't leave accessories on your bike when you trade them in, because you get $0 for them from the dealership. Learning experience there. I was able to track down all of the accessories, and I'm thankful, because I thought with all the shortages there are, I'd have a lot of problems getting what I want, but so far so good. Once I get those things back on the bike, I plan to do a quick little video on what I think of each accessory and how it performed for me before and why I'm getting it second time around. I don't want to make this long and drawn out. I just wanted to share with you my excitement about having the 2022, and I hope 2022 is going to be a better year for all of us. I said that about 2021 and 2020, so hey, we're all still here if you're watching this. And I just want to thank all of you for watching my stuff. I know it's kind of Stone Age and not real intricate as far as what I offer. It's just me and a cell phone, but I just keep it simple. One of the other things I want to bring up is I'm going to try and do some videos of myself riding the XT250 with a friend I just made who lives nearby. It was also a little bit of the encouragement for me to get this bike sooner than later, because believe me, I had planned on getting this bike no matter what. It was just a timing issue and money, of course. But my friend has a brand new Royal Enfield Himalayan and wants to do a little bit of on and off-road type stuff, and I figured this bike would do great because it's such a great performer on and off-road. And one other thing about this bike, that you've heard that saying, you don't know what you got until it's gone. This bike fits me perfectly. The reach is great. It doesn't overextend my reach to the bars. The seat is comfortable. I can get almost flat-footed. I'm short, but I can get a lot closer to the ground than I can on my CB500. And the bike is so luggable on the ground. I mean, it's so light. I mean, you can move it around, no problem. No problem. It's just great. I won't ever sell this bike, and yeah, I try to plan ahead on finances and what my body will be like when I'm older. And this is a bike I think that can be a lifer for me, because you hear of minimal problems and cheap on gas, parts are easy to find, and doesn't take up much room in the garage. And I think that it's fun riding this on or off road. One thing that I did do, and I'll share this real quick just for the hell of it, on my 2020 I tried to put a more street oriented tire on it because that's what I was mostly doing, and I put some Avons on it, and then lastly, before I traded it in, I put some Pirelli Scorpions on it, and I got them balanced and everything, and neither of those tires were as smooth as these factory Bridgestones. I made a mistake doing that. I just wanted to share that with you. If you're hating on your factory tires and you really don't like them, just be careful what you put on. You don't want to go through slapping tires on, then hating them and wanting them off. One thing I really hate, and it's a pet peeve of mine with tires, is bouncing. That drives me crazy. I know you won't feel that much off-road on trails, low speed, no big deal. But for me, I got to drive to the trails, and I want to get there in comfort without bouncing around. So I know they call these the death wings, because when you go fast, they kind of give a little bit of wobble, and yeah, they do around 70 miles per hour, but that's not what they're made for. So with that, I'm going to also encourage anybody that gets one of these to follow some advice Riding with Waro has about when you get a new bike, to check these 3 things that are crucial, which would be your oil level, your tire pressure, and your chain slack. My oil was fine, my tire pressure was fine. Chain slack was way too tight on this bike. I had to adjust it right off the bat, and I'm so glad I listened to what he recommended doing to everybody getting a new bike. Check those things. I know it comes from the factory and the dealer, and it should be spot on, but man, my chain was tight, and I'm so glad I checked it, because you don't want to prematurely wear out your sprockets or your chain. And plus, it rides crappier if your chain is too tight. That's another thing Riding with Waro said. A looser chain is better than an overly tight chain. It cuts down on your engine to frame vibration and just overall. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. If you're getting a new one, might as well check it over. Only takes a few minutes. But I don't want to ramble on too long. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to doing some more interesting videos in 2022. And I'm excited to have this back. I really missed it. Catch you guys later.